Welcome to Just Listen Books channel. Immerse yourself in the world of literature as we summarize books and deliver them in audio form. Perfect for your car rides, travels, and daily activities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Good to Great: Why Some Companies Make the Leap and Others Don't is a book by Jim Collins that presents the results of a 5-year study into what it takes for companies to transition from being good companies to great ones. Chapter 1. Good is the enemy of great. In the first chapter, the author sets the foundation for the rest of Good to Great by challenging a commonly held belief that good is enough. This chapter lays out the central thesis of the book, that the acceptance of good as the final goal is one of the key reasons why true greatness eludes so many companies and individuals. Collins begins by comparing companies that made the leap from good to great with those that did not, showing that the key differentiator is not circumstance, but a conscious decision to pursue greatness with rigor and discipline. He argues that settling for good can prevent achieving greatness, as it breeds complacency and a lack of motivation to push beyond the status quo. Key concepts. The tyranny of the good. Collins describes how being good, having competent employees, decent work output, and moderate success, can actually inhibit a company from achieving its full potential. This complacency, born from being good, acts as a barrier to striving for and achieving greatness. Disciplined people. The chapter underscores the importance of having disciplined people who are not only committed to excellence, but also aligned with the company's vision. These individuals do not need to be managed in the traditional sense. Instead, their self-discipline drives them to do what is necessary for the success of the organization. Disciplined thought. Collins emphasizes the need for disciplined thought, which involves confronting the brutal truths of the current situation while maintaining an unwavering faith in the eventual success of the company. This duality of thought requires a deep understanding of the company's reality without losing sight of the long-term goals. Disciplined action. The final element is disciplined action, which refers to the consistent and relentless pursuit of actions that are aligned with the company's core goals and principles. This involves not just hard work, but smart work that is focused on leveraging the company's strengths to achieve breakthrough results. Collins also introduces the research methodology behind Good to Great, noting that the conclusions drawn in the book are based on empirical data gathered from comparing companies that made the leap to those that didn't. This rigorous approach adds weight to his argument and provides a solid foundation for the principles that are explored in subsequent chapters. Overall, the first chapter serves as both a wake-up call and an invitation to companies and leaders to refuse to settle for good when greatness is achievable through disciplined people, thought, and action. It challenges readers to rethink their goals and the standards they set for themselves and their organizations, setting the stage for the deep dive into the specific characteristics that define truly great companies. Chapter 2. Level 5. Leadership. This chapter delves into the concept of Level 5 leadership, which Jim Collins identifies as a crucial element in the transformation of companies from good to great. This chapter is pivotal because it challenges the conventional notion of what effective leadership looks like, especially in the context of transforming an organization. Key characteristics of Level 5. Leaders. Personal humility. Level 5. Leaders display a remarkable blend of personal humility and professional will. They are characterized by modesty, are self-effacing, and understated. Instead of seeking the spotlight for themselves, they attribute success to their teams and external factors, and they accept full responsibility for failures. Professional will. Despite their humility, Level 5 leaders possess an indomitable will to make their companies succeed. They are fiercely ambitious, but their ambition is first and foremost for the institution, not themselves. They set up their successors for even greater success in the next generation, firmly establishing the company's long-term viability over their personal legacy. Focus on company success. Level 5. Leaders are deeply committed to the success of the company. Their ego is invested in building a great company and achieving results, rather than accumulating personal accolades. They are willing to make hard decisions, including letting go of underperforming employees and making other tough calls that benefit the company in the long run. Catalysts for transformation. Level 5. Leaders act as catalysts for the profound transformation of the company. They have the unique ability to blend humility with a persistent, hard-driving effort toward the company's goals. This paradoxical combination enables them to lead their organizations through challenging transitions, from good to great. Building enduring greatness. One of the defining aspects of Level 5 leadership is the focus on building enduring greatness. These leaders are not content with transient achievements. They aim to build institutions that will outlast their own tenure. They lay down the foundation for their companies to continue thriving long after they've gone through disciplined succession planning, creating a culture of excellence, and setting up their successors for success. Collins and his research team found that Level 5 leadership was a common element among all the companies that made the leap from good to great. This finding was unexpected, as it contradicted the prevailing view of successful leaders as charismatic, larger-than-life figures. Instead, the leaders at the helm of these transformations were often those who combined deep personal humility with an unwavering commitment to the success of their organizations. The chapter goes on to illustrate the concept of Level 5 leadership with examples from the companies studied. These stories highlight how such leaders were able to navigate their companies through periods of uncertainty and change, ultimately leading them to sustained greatness. In conclusion, Level 5 leadership challenges readers to rethink leadership. It suggests that the most effective leaders, at least in the context of taking a company from good to great, are those who combine personal humility with a relentless drive towards achieving the best for their organizations. This blend of qualities enables them to inspire their teams, make tough decisions, and lead their companies to sustained success and greatness. Chapter 3. First who, then what? This chapter articulates a principle that Jim Collins and his research team found to be a hallmark of companies that made the leap from good to great. This principle revolves around the idea that before a company can effectively set its strategies and vision for the future, it must first ensure that it has the right people on the team. Core concepts. Getting the right people on the bus. The metaphor of getting the right people on the bus and the wrong people off the bus before deciding where to drive it encapsulates the idea that who is in the organization matters more than the direction it's initially heading. Great companies understand that with the right team, they can adapt to and tackle the challenges and opportunities that come their way. The importance of who before what. This principle shifts the traditional paradigm of organizational change. Instead of first setting a new direction or strategy and then getting people to execute it, the companies that transition from good to great focus on assembling a team of the best people. The rationale is that the right people will be able to help determine the best direction to take and will be committed to achieving excellence no matter what challenges arise. Characteristics of the right people. The right people are those who share the company's values, are self-motivated, disciplined, and capable of working within a team towards a common goal. They are not just individuals with specific skills, but people who possess the character and work ethic that match the company's culture and ambition. Flexibility and adaptability. Having the right people on board provides the organization with the flexibility to adapt to changing circumstances. When the external environment shifts, companies that have prioritized getting the right people first can more easily pivot their strategies and directions because they have a team that is versatile, committed, and capable of executing the changes necessary for success. Impact on corporate culture. This approach also has a profound impact on the company's culture. When the focus is on who is on the team, it creates a culture of discipline, responsibility, and mutual respect. People who fit well with the organization's ethos and expectations contribute to a positive, results-oriented culture that perpetuates the company's success. Collins supports this principle with evidence from the companies studied, showing how those that went from good to great often had leaders who placed a significant emphasis on people decisions early in their transformation process. These leaders understood that having the right people was crucial to their success. They were willing to make tough decisions, such as letting go of talented individuals who did not fit the company culture or ethos in order to ensure that only those who were fully aligned with the company's values and objectives remained. First who, then what? Fundamentally argues that the key to sustainable success is not just in choosing the right direction for the company, but in having the right people to help make those choices and execute the plans. This chapter challenges leaders to reevaluate their priorities when it comes to building and leading a team, suggesting that the first step towards greatness is assembling a group of people who are not just capable, but also the right fit for the organization. Chapter 4. Confront the brutal facts, yet never lose faith. This chapter delves into one of the most critical aspects of the transition from good to great, the ability of companies to confront the harsh realities of their current situation while maintaining an unwavering belief in their ultimate success. This duality forms a core concept that Jim Collins terms the Stockdale paradox, named after Admiral Jim Stockdale, who used this mindset to survive being a prisoner of war during the Vietnam War. The Stockdale paradox. Understanding reality. The principle emphasizes the importance of facing the brutal facts of one's current situation, no matter how uncomfortable or harsh they might be. This involves an open and honest look at the challenges, problems, and realities the company faces, without sugarcoating or ignoring negative aspects. Maintaining faith. Simultaneously, it's crucial to retain absolute faith that you will prevail in the end, regardless of the difficulties. This is not about blind optimism, but about having a deep-seated belief in the company's ability to overcome obstacles and achieve its objectives. Key insights. Open communication culture. Great companies foster a culture where people are encouraged to speak up and confront the brutal facts without fear of retribution. Leaders in these organizations create an environment where the truth is heard, and employees at all levels are encouraged to bring forward issues, concerns, and realities that the company needs to address. Data-driven decisions. Confronting the brutal facts often requires collecting and analyzing data to truly understand the current situation. Great companies use this data to make informed decisions, rather than relying on assumptions or wishful thinking. Adaptability and resilience. By confronting the brutal facts, companies can become more adaptable and resilient. Recognizing the truth about their situation allows them to pivot, make necessary changes, and address challenges head-on, thereby enhancing their ability to weather storms and emerge stronger. Leadership role. Leadership plays a critical role in this process. Leaders must be willing to listen, encourage the flow of truth to the top, and confront the facts themselves. They also play a crucial role in maintaining the organization's faith in its eventual triumph, providing a vision and a sense of hope, even in tough times. Balancing realism with optimism. The chapter underscores the need for a delicate balance between realism and optimism. Companies that successfully navigate this balance are able to make the hard decisions required to deal with their current realities, while also inspiring their teams to strive for and achieve greatness. Real-world application. Collins illustrates this principle through various examples of companies that faced dire situations, but were able to turn around by confronting the brutal facts while never losing faith in their eventual success. These companies did not ignore their problems or retreat into denial. Instead, they tackled their issues head-on and worked systematically to find solutions, all while maintaining a strong belief in their future success. Confront the brutal facts, yet never lose faith, is a powerful chapter that emphasizes the necessity of balancing harsh realism with unwavering optimism. This balance enables companies to not only survive difficult periods, but to use these challenges as catalysts for transformation and improvement. It's a reminder that success is not just about the strategies or plans a company employs, but also about the mindset with which it approaches its obstacles and opportunities. Chapter 5. The Hedgehog Concept. This chapter presents a pivotal idea in the journey from good to great. This concept draws inspiration from Isaiah Berlin's famous essay, The Hedgehog and the Fox, which contrasts hedgehogs, who know one big thing and stick to it, with foxes who know many things but lack consistency. In the context of Jim Collins's research, the hedgehog concept involves a deep understanding of three intersecting circles, representing three pivotal questions companies must answer to achieve greatness. The three circles of the hedgehog concept. 1. What you can be the best in the world. This involves a realistic self-assessment of the company's core competencies. It's not about what you want to be the best at, but rather what you can be the best at. This requires an objective look at what truly sets the company apart from competitors, which may be different from what the company is currently doing or what it aspires to do. 2. What drives your economic engine? Companies need to identify the single denominator, profit per X, for instance, that has the most profound impact on their economics. It's about understanding how to generate sustained cash flow and profitability. By focusing on this metric, companies can make decisions that align with their economic drivers, leading to greater efficiency and profitability. 3. What you are deeply passionate about. The final circle requires companies to identify what they are deeply passionate about. This passion must be genuine and deeply ingrained in the company's culture. It's not enough to pursue a business opportunity just because it seems profitable. The company must have a deep, authentic passion for what they do. This ensures sustained motivation and commitment over the long term. Intersection of the three circles. The essence of the hedgehog concept lies in the intersection of these three circles. Great companies understand and operate at this intersection, ensuring that what they are deeply passionate about aligns with what they can be the best in the world at and what drives their economic engine. This clarity and focus allow these companies to excel and outperform their competitors consistently. Key insights. Simplicity within the three circles. The hedgehog concept is deceptively simple, yet achieving clarity on the three circles and their intersection is often a complex and challenging process. It requires disciplined thought and a willingness to make hard decisions, shedding activities and focuses that don't fit within the hedgehog concept. Discipline to stay within the hedgehog concept. Once a company identifies its hedgehog concept, it must have the discipline to stick with it, making decisions that reinforce its position within the intersection of the three circles. This means saying no to opportunities and ventures that fall outside the concept, even if they are tempting. The journey to discover the hedgehog concept. Finding the hedgehog concept is not an overnight process. It requires an iterative process of understanding and reflection. Companies might have to peel back layers of conventional wisdom, aspiration, and past success to find the core of their hedgehog concept. Impact on performance. Companies that adhere to their hedgehog concept tend to outperform those that chase after many different goals or fail to achieve the same level of clarity. By focusing their efforts and resources on where they can truly excel, these companies create a strong foundation for sustained success. The hedgehog concept is a powerful framework that encourages companies to achieve clarity and focus by understanding and embracing what they can uniquely offer to the world. By rigorously applying this concept, companies can simplify their strategy and concentrate their efforts, leading to breakthrough performance and a transition from good to great. This chapter not only challenges companies to find their hedgehog concept, but also to have the discipline to adhere to it, thereby ensuring their long-term success and greatness. Chapter 6. A Culture of Discipline. This chapter elaborates on a vital aspect of transitioning from good to great, fostering a culture where discipline in people, thought, and action harmonizes with an environment of freedom and responsibility. Jim Collins articulates that the essence of a culture of discipline involves more than just disciplined people. It requires disciplined thought and disciplined action as well. This trifecta is crucial for companies aiming to achieve and sustain greatness. Disciplined people. Self-disciplined individuals who do not need to be managed. The first component of a culture of discipline involves hiring and cultivating self-disciplined individuals who are committed to the company's success. These individuals do not need external motivation or close supervision to perform their duties effectively. They are intrinsically motivated, and align their actions with the company's goals. Getting the right people in the right seats. This principle echoes the earlier concept of first who, then what, and stresses the importance of having team members who inherently possess the discipline required to drive the company forward. Disciplined thought. Confronting the brutal facts. Disciplined thought involves maintaining a relentless pursuit of reality, regardless of how harsh it may be. It requires companies to face the facts about their current situation, market dynamics, and internal challenges without losing faith in their ability to succeed. Staying within the hedgehog concept. It also means consistently applying the hedgehog concept, focusing on what the company does best, and refusing to be distracted by opportunities outside of their core focus. Disciplined action. Adherence to the core values and focus. Disciplined action involves aligning all company activities and decisions with its core values and strategic focus. This discipline ensures that the company does not overreach or dilute its efforts by chasing after every opportunity. Within a framework of responsibilities. Companies that successfully cultivate a culture of discipline allow their employees freedom within a framework of responsibilities. This approach encourages creativity and innovation while ensuring that all efforts are aligned with the company's strategic objectives. Balancing discipline with entrepreneurship. Avoiding the tyranny of the or. Collins discusses the idea that companies often mistakenly believe they must choose between discipline and entrepreneurship. However, companies that go from good to great show that it is possible to have both. A disciplined approach to business that also allows for freedom and creativity. The flywheel effect. Disciplined actions contribute to what Collins describes as the flywheel effect, where momentum builds over time through consistent effort and alignment with the company's strategic direction. This momentum can lead to breakthrough results without the need for drastic measures or radical innovation. Key outcomes. Sustained growth and success. A culture of discipline, when properly implemented, leads to sustainable growth and long-term success. It enables companies to make consistent progress towards their goals and adapt to changes in the environment without losing their core focus. Elimination of the need for bureaucracy. Because disciplined people do not need to be tightly managed, companies can operate with less bureaucracy and hierarchy. This leaner structure fosters faster decision-making and more efficient operations. A culture of discipline is a clarion call for companies to embrace the paradox of freedom and responsibility. By fostering disciplined people, thought, and action, companies can achieve a delicate balance that allows them to pursue greatness vigorously while nurturing an environment where innovation and creativity flourish. This culture is not about imposing control, but about aligning every aspect of the organization with its core purpose and strategic objectives, thereby enabling the company to transition from good to great. Chapter 7. Technology Accelerators. This chapter explores how companies that transition from good to great approach technology, challenging the common presumption that the mere adoption of new technologies is a panacea for business success. Jim Collins posits that for these companies, technology is not the starting point of transformation, but a powerful accelerator that, when aligned with their hedgehog concept, can propel them to new heights. Key concepts. Technology as an accelerator, not a driver. Collins emphasizes that great companies do not see technology as the primary driver of change, but as an accelerator of momentum. They have already built through disciplined people, thought, and action. This perspective shifts the focus from technology for technology's sake to strategic technology adoption that enhances the company's core capabilities. Alignment with the hedgehog concept. The successful use of technology depends on its alignment with the company's hedgehog concept, the intersection of what the company can be the best in the world at, what drives its economic engine, and what it is deeply passionate about. Technologies that do not support this concept are ignored, no matter how trendy or popular they may be. Disciplined thought in technology. Decisions. The decision to adopt a particular technology is subjected to disciplined thought. This means that companies critically assess the potential impact of the technology on their business, asking whether it can genuinely accelerate their progress toward their strategic objectives. Catalysts for growth, not foundations for. Collins points out that while technology can significantly enhance efficiency, reach, and capabilities, it should be viewed as a catalyst for growth rather than the foundation. The foundational elements are the company's culture, strategic focus, and operational discipline. Examples and implementation. Selective technology, adoption. Great companies are selective about the technologies they adopt. They resist the pressure to jump on every technological bandwagon and instead focus on technologies that can meaningfully contribute to their strategic goals. Creative technology. Application. Beyond selection, these companies often find innovative ways to apply technology, sometimes in ways that the creators of the technology had not envisioned. This creative application is guided by a clear understanding of their strategic objectives and the needs of their customers. Technology as part of a broader strategy. For these companies, technology is part of a broader strategy that includes other elements critical to their success. It's integrated into their operations in ways that amplify their existing strengths and drive their companies forward. Impact on success. Enhanced momentum. When aligned with the hedgehog concept, technology acts as a multiplier of the momentum already generated by the company's disciplined approach. This can lead to breakthroughs that propel the company far ahead of competitors who may be using technology indiscriminately. Sustainable competitive advantage. By carefully selecting technologies that enhance their strategic position and operational efficiency, great companies can create sustainable competitive advantages. This approach prevents them from becoming overly dependent on technology, which can rapidly become obsolete or widely adopted by competitors, eroding any initial advantage. Technology accelerators underscores the idea that technology's value lies not in its novelty or sophistication, but in its strategic application. Great companies integrate technology in ways that enhance their unique strengths and accelerate their progress toward well-defined objectives. This chapter challenges the notion that technology alone can transform a company and highlights the importance of strategic alignment, disciplined thought, and operational excellence as the true drivers of greatness. Chapter 8. The Flywheel and the Doom Loop. This chapter introduces two contrasting concepts that encapsulate the essence of how companies either achieve greatness or falter in their attempts. Jim Collins uses the metaphor of a flywheel to illustrate the gradual but powerful buildup of momentum that characterizes the journey from good to great. Conversely, the doom loop depicts the destructive cycle companies enter when they lack consistency and discipline in their strategic choices. The flywheel effect. Gradual momentum. Buildup. The flywheel effect begins with small efforts that seem insignificant at first. However, as these efforts are consistently applied in a coherent direction, they start to generate momentum. Like a heavy flywheel, each push adds a bit more speed, and over time, the cumulative effort leads to a point where the momentum propels the company forward with increasing speed. Consistency and persistence. The key to the flywheel effect is consistency and persistence in applying effort in a strategically coherent direction. Great companies understand that significant results come from sustained effort over time, not from a single monumental push. No single defining action. Collins emphasizes that there is no single defining action, no grand program, no one killer innovation, no solitary lucky break, no miracle moment. Instead, the flywheel effect is achieved through the accumulation of many small initiatives that together create unstoppable momentum. Building confidence. Each turn of the flywheel builds confidence among the company's leaders and staff. This confidence, rooted in tangible results and progress, further fuels the commitment to continue pushing in the chosen direction. The doom loop. Lack of coherence and consistency. In contrast to the flywheel, the doom loop occurs when companies frequently change direction, strategies, and leaders without giving any path the time or effort required to gain traction. This inconsistency prevents the buildup of momentum and leads to frustration and cynicism among employees. Searching for a quick fix. Companies stuck in the doom loop often look for quick fixes or radical strategies to solve their problems overnight. They may jump from one management fad to the next, hoping to find a silver bullet that will immediately propel them to greatness. Decline from reactive changes. The frequent and reactive changes, often driven by a desire for immediate results or to mimic the strategies of successful companies, lead to a decline. Each failed initiative erodes confidence, further entrenching the company in the doom loop. The role of leadership. Leadership plays a crucial role in either fostering the flywheel effect or falling into the doom loop. Leaders who understand the value of consistency, disciplined effort, and a clear strategic direction can build the flywheel's momentum. In contrast, those who chase quick fixes and lack strategic patience often doom their companies to the loop of failure. Transitioning from the doom loop to the flywheel. Embracing the flywheel concept. Companies can escape the doom loop by embracing the flywheel concept. This requires adopting a long-term perspective, focusing on disciplined, consistent effort in a coherent direction, and building momentum gradually. Strategic clarity and discipline. It also requires clarity about the strategic direction and the discipline to stick with it, resisting the temptation to jump onto the latest management trend or radically shift strategies in search of quick wins. The Flywheel and the Doom Loop chapter is a powerful reminder of the value of consistency, strategic clarity, and the cumulative effect of sustained effort. It contrasts the successful, disciplined approach of companies that achieve greatness with the erratic, impatient attempts of those that fail to build lasting success. Through the metaphors of the flywheel and the doom loop, Collins conveys a fundamental lesson about the nature of organizational change and momentum. Chapter 9. From Good to Great to Built to Last. This chapter serves as the capstone of Jim Collins' exploration into what propels companies from mediocrity to excellence and then onto enduring greatness. Here, Collins bridges the insights gleaned from Good to Great with the foundational concepts presented in his earlier work, Built to Last. This synthesis not only reinforces the lessons learned, but also guides companies on how to sustain their greatness over the long term. Connection to Built to Last. Foundation of enduring greatness. Collins emphasizes that achieving greatness, as outlined in Good to Great, is not an endpoint but a stepping stone. The principles of disciplined people, thought, action, and the concepts like the hedgehog concept and the flywheel effect lay the groundwork upon which a company can build lasting greatness. Core ideology and the drive for progress. In Built to Last, Collins and co-author Jerry I. Porras introduced the concept of a core ideology, a set of core values and a core purpose that remain consistent over time and drive the company's actions. When combined with the relentless drive for progress, this core ideology enables companies to not only achieve greatness, but to maintain it across generations. Integration of principles. Preserving the core, while stimulating progress. The journey from good to great requires companies to identify and develop their core strengths, encapsulated in the hedgehog concept. To build an enduring company, it is crucial to preserve this core essence while continuously seeking growth and improvement, embodying the preserve the core, stimulate progress dynamic from Built to Last. Building a culture of discipline with a big, hairy, audacious goal, BHAG. Collins notes that the culture of discipline highlighted in Good to Great aligns with the practice of setting and pursuing big, hairy, audacious goals, BHAGs, discussed in Built to Last. The disciplined framework allows companies to pursue these audacious goals systematically and persistently, thereby driving long-term success. Clock building, not time telling. Another concept from Built to Last that Collins ties into the discussion is the idea of being a clock builder rather than a time teller. This metaphor suggests that enduring companies build systems, clocks, that can produce great results consistently over time, rather than relying on the genius of individual leaders, time tellers, to guide them towards success. This aligns with the Level 5 leadership and team dynamics emphasized in Good to Great. The path forward. Enduring greatness as a continuous process. Collins concludes that the journey from good to great and then from great to enduringly great is not a series of discrete steps, but a continuous cyclical process. Companies must constantly reassess and realign themselves with the principles of both books to adapt to changing environments while staying true to their core ideology. The role of leadership. The transition to enduring greatness also reinforces the importance of leadership. Leaders who embody the principles of Level 5 leadership and who are committed to the company's core ideology and the pursuit of progress are essential for sustaining greatness over time. In From Good to Great to Built to Last, Collins provides a comprehensive roadmap for companies aspiring not just to achieve temporary success, but to build a legacy of enduring greatness. By integrating the insights from Good to Great with the foundational concepts from Built to Last, Collins offers a blueprint for companies to continuously evolve and thrive across decades, even as they remain anchored to their core values and purpose. This concluding chapter serves as a bridge between achieving greatness and sustaining it, highlighting the continuous effort and dedication required to build a truly visionary company. Each chapter of Good to Great presents a combination of rigorous research, compelling stories, and practical advice that readers can apply to their organizations or personal careers to make the leap from good to great. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Your support means the world to us. Click subscribe and hit the bell to be the first to enjoy our upcoming audiobooks. Together, let's continue this amazing journey through stories and tales.